Oh, I'm trying not to get emotional, so it's kind of good that they're only in 10-minute intervals because I can kind of break it down and almost, I want to say, disassociate long enough to keep my composure, I guess. Um, because, like I said, I'm fucking mad. And, like, when I tell you I'm not perfect by any means, and I'm not trying to say I'm above anybody, um, but when you're trying to find peace and you're just trying to find a little bit of stability, um, yeah, I made bad choices because I was trying to help other people, but my heart was, I know what it's like, and I know what it's like to have nobody help you, nobody, and then they laugh at you, from your best friends to your um, family to, I know what it's like to give all the love and never get any back. Um, so in those situations, when I was doing nice things for people, then the shelter started judging me because I was spending too much money or whatever. Um, they never knew, they never saw my money, they didn't know what it was. And also, I had still thought that I was going to second stage, so I had the budget set aside for that. When they made me aware I wasn't, all of a sudden now I don't have enough money to get a place because uh, you need first and last and first and security and all that stuff. And I couldn't find a place under $3,000 at that time. And I could not afford $3,000 and childcare, and you know, so it was not doable. So finally, I find a place. I'm gonna skip the rest of the toxic shit, but it was, you know, finally I find a place. Uh, the place is like Society of Hope or whatever is what it's through. So they're supposed to be empowering families and helping people. And the lady was nice enough. She finally um, she gave me the place. I got the contract. I mean I signed the lease and all that stuff. Um, and a couple places helped me with security deposit, and then I paid the rent and everything. And I was really grateful for all the help. I was just, and I had to move from the shelter by myself with no help while I'm working because they wouldn't give me the time off. So I had to move in the in between hours where I should be sleeping, and I had to get a new childcare provider, which was an old friend of the other childcare provider who has already been messing with my life to the degree is just disgusting. Um, and at some point, like they were all connected, I guess, which is why they've all kind of teamed up. Um, she did a lot to mess me up. Then this next one would mess up the paperwork and all kinds of stuff. I don't know how many times, didn't give a shit to show up and just do the job properly with the paperwork so I could get subsidy and the things that were going to help me, budget so I could physically do this job. And so she babysat my daughter a couple times. I want to say no more than 5 times. And she seemed really nice, and Grace seemed to really like her, I thought. And the one day I go to take her there, and my daughter flips out, like shaking, like, and not like, so my kids had some meltdowns, like when she's mad, whatever, doesn't want to go, stomps her feet. I know the difference. My kid was shaking, white face. I don't want to go in there. Mom, don't take me in there. Um, can you please put the car seat back in the car? Mom, please, can we just get back in the car? We need to go now. And I'm like, what is going on? And I'm dumbfounded. I don't know what, I have no idea. I don't know what to say, what to think, what to do. Uh, so, and um, I call the babysitter and I'm like, do you want to come out and talk to her and talk to us? Because I'm not sure what's going on. Um, so she comes out and she's like, come on, Grace, let's go. And Grace won't go. She does not want to go, and she's shaking and she's like terrified. So she storms off and she goes, "Well, I'll be inside if you want to come," and storms off and leaves her. And I'm like, of all the things to do in a situation like this is not the time. And this whole time, my kid's just begging me, "Please, let's just go, Mom. Please, please, please." And I'm trying to get her to talk to me, but she won't talk to me. She won't explain it. She also has trouble sometimes explaining things that she needs to explain. But I can feel her fear, and I can see her fear clear as day. And I've never in my life seen her like that ever. Okay, so I pull away and I pull down the street. I have not even gone anywhere far, just enough so she felt that we were away. So I'm hoping that she'll talk to me. And now I turn on my phone and I just put it on record, and I set it in the seat, and I'm asking her, and I'm trying to make her understand. I need you to understand, that this is serious, and that if we don't go back there, and if we don't deal with this, then you're never gonna see her again. And she's telling me, "I don't care if I never see her again," and that's not my kid. And anyone that knows my kid knows that's not my kid. So I message her, like, I don't know what's going on. She gaslights the shit out of me, tells me basically I'm a, no, didn't tell me. She told me I was a piece of shit and I was a bad parent for listening to my kid, and I had no right to listen to my kid. And now I gave her this out so she could do this temper tantrum every single time. Now, bottom line is, I don't know if she did something wrong or not. My daughter has sensory issues. It could have been something small. It could have been the smallest thing. But I'm trying to ask what's happening. I'm trying to figure it out. And my job as a parent, my only job, is to make sure that she's safe and she's happy and she's healthy. Okay? And when something like that happens, the first thing you need to do is listen to your kid. And I don't care at the end of the day what you have to do. Um, so then she just stops responding to me. She doesn't message me for like a week. I have to call in work. I end up missing like 2 weeks of work. But I have vacation days and I have, wellness time. So I was I fit barely within the realms of what I was allowed to take. And I used that all finding new childcare. But in the process, she then messages me and tells me she wants to babysit Grace again. No, first she said I was asking for my daughter's stuff, which I still haven't gotten back yet. Then she tells me, "You're wrong for doing that. Yeah, I'll watch her again, but you need to do this." And I'm like, "No, you're not going to tell me what I'm going to do." Especially when it comes to my daughter, because my daughter always comes first, and that's it. And that's when I kind of like, I won't back down ever. Um, Protecting other people, I have no problem not backing down, but for me, I would always back down, right? But not my daughter. That was just never a thing. I would fight to the ends of the earth, and I promise you that. Um, I've always fought for the underdog, and I really wanted to. I thought that she was a good child care provider. I thought, I wanted to work it out with her. But her reaction and how she handled the situation made me so untrustworthy. I'm trusting. I'm like, I can't trust you now. No matter what happens, the way you responded, and what you didn't answer, but what you did made it way too bad for me. Like, I can't fill in the blanks, and you still won't fill in the blanks. And instead of having an adult conversation, you gaslight me and all these other things, which was absolutely unhealthy. So she used the kid stuff over my head, my child's stuff, and I guess we're gonna get another part.